Okay, so what are these things here that you're seeing here? The main reason I put this on there is if you ever want to review, just a quick overview as to what we're covering is right here. So if you look at the first page right now, a lot of that won't make sense to you. Later on, it will. So I would go as far as to say this. Your study sheet, you should be able to look at your study sheet and see these titles in your study sheet, right? You're like, oh, buying a new vehicle, where's that section? It's right here. Okay, I got formulas for that, right? A depreciation, all these topics, these are like the key topics we're going to cover in this chapter, okay? So let's just keep going and let's fill in these blanks here. So every unit is going to have a booklet and I'm revamping them all, okay? So they're all going to be probably pretty thick because of that. Okay? So buying a new vehicle, if you have a highlighter, encourage you to have that ready to go. And every once in a while, I put little boxes on here. So MSRP stands for Manufacturer's Suggested Retail Price. So every car, when it's made brand new, they suggest dealers to sell it at a certain price, right? So the MSRP is kind of like the base, what the manufacturer recommends, but dealers have the freedom to either charge less or more, depending on what their costs are, right? All new vehicles purchased in Manitoba, right, so I would just say this, new vehicles in Manitoba, they pay 12% tax. That's like the most important, being PST, provincial sales tax, and GST, goods and service tax, okay? You don't need to remember that, just, I want to sound smart sometimes, and all new vehicles in Manitoba are subject to air and tire tax. Did you know that? If you go on any website, any car you'd like to buy brand new, you can build your own car, right? You're like, hey, you want to buy brand new? Here we go. Just click here and click, click, click. I want a fancy, big LED screen or whatever. But there's always air tax and tire tax, okay? So keep that in mind. Definitions and terms you need to know. So I have my draft right in front of me here. Standard equipment is basic equipment that is included in the MSRP. Okay? MSRP is like the basic price. Okay? Optional equipment, right? Options, we call them sometimes. Extras you can add for a fee. Right? So a lot of cars come equipment standard stuff. And if you want a sunroof, a moonroof, sports model, blah, 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 that would all be extra, right? Those are called options. Warranty, okay? It's a plan that covers major repairs, but not regular maintenance for a specified, right? Specified time or mileage. Really, for us, it should be kilometerage or something like that, right? We don't do miles anymore, but it just stuck, right? So it's mileage is the distance you travel. I don't know if you've ever seen a company saying, hey, you have a 5-year warranty or 100,000 kilometers, right? They'll say it's either 5 years or 100,000 kilometers, whichever one happens first, right? So they will cover engine, like the engine, transmission, big things. If they go wrong, it's all covered, right? Freight. Freight is the cost of transporting transporting the vehicle from the manufacturer, right? From the manufacturer to the dealer. Okay, so when you see those semis with those nice cars, right? Have you ever seen those, right? Somebody ordered those and they're being brought to the dealer, and they probably arrived in a shipping container, right? And then they're being transported. PDI. Have you ever heard of PDI? Maybe not. If you ever want to buy a new car, you'll see it. PDI stands for pre-delivery inspection. So sometimes before a brand new car is delivered to the dealer, they will do a complete inspection of it, making sure that everything works, right? And so there we go. Air tax is $100. It's really a fee, guys. Air tax is a $100 fee that the government of Canada applies to all vehicles with air conditioning. Only applies to new vehicles. This is a federal tax. So all new cars that have air conditioning, you might ask yourself, wait, they make cars without AC these days? I don't think so. But any car brand new pays the air conditioning tax, air tax, okay? Then there's the other one, the tire tax. That is a provincial fee applied to any vehicle purchased at a dealership to fund the nationwide tire recycling program. Usually costs $4 per tire in Manitoba. Actually, if you buy brand new tires, you will pay the $4 fee every time for every tire you buy in Manitoba. And they use that to recycle tires. So you know when they make these rubber mats or stuff like that from out of rubber, they usually use old tires to make that, right? So there we go. Now you know. Trade-in, very important. Most car dealerships will take your used vehicle and subtract. This is very important before adding taxes, right? It's already in bold. You might say, why would I highlight that? Because it just sticks out more, right? Its value from the purchase price of the car. So the trade-in is taken off before taxes are added. Say that again to yourself in your brain right now. I take off the trade-in before I add taxes. Make sure you understand that, okay? Depreciation amount. The amount by which an item decreases in value, okay? So I think you all can wrap your head around that a car loses its value, right? The minute you get off the lot, it's down already. You will not be able to sell it for the same amount that you bought it, right? So that's important to remember. Residual / depreciated value, these are the same thing, right? That is the value remaining after some time. And I will say this. It's based on MSRP or sticker price. And I will explain what sticker is in a bit. Sticker price is not, it's not the number that's on a sticker, okay? It's an actual calculation. And I will say this a bunch of times. Most cars lose 40% of their value within the first 4 to 5 years. Okay, so if you buy a car, almost half of its value you will have lost within the first 4 to 5 years. So what I normally do is I don't buy a brand new car. I wait 4 to 5 years if I want a newer car, and I buy it then, because then you're not going to lose as much money afterwards. Okay. Here we go. Sticker price. These are formulas, and I remember I told you whenever something is boxed in, it's study sheet material, right? Study sheet material for sure. Add to study sheet. So every once in a while I do give you hints, okay, but not always. So the sticker price for us is taking the base price. I should say this, it's also the MSRP. MSRP is the same thing. The base price is like, what does it come out of factory, right? The base model plus options plus the AC tax plus the tire tax plus freight and PDI, pre-delivery inspection. These usually are stated as the same in one bundle, okay? But that is your sticker price. And I will say this, folks, my formulas, I made them up. You will not find them anywhere. But you need to understand this, that if the question doesn't mention any options, then just ignore that, right? Just don't worry about it. It's a 0, right? If the question doesn't mention freight or PDI, then just ignore that, right? But this is saying if they're all present, you would just add them all up, okay? Total cost of a new car, I just call that new, right? That is, for me, my formula. The price of a new vehicle is sticker minus any trade-in that should be there. It could be that there is no trade-in. But if there is a trade-in, we would subtract that from the sticker price. So this number, essentially, once you have that figured out, you plug that in here and you subtract the trade-in. And then why do we do this? This is tax, right? 12% tax. That's why we multiply by 1.12. Okay. I will do this deducted before tax. That's very, very important that you understand it. If you don't do that, you're going to lose a full mark on that question, okay? Because it's a concept. It makes a difference. Your final answer will be different if you took off the trade-in after taxes. It'd be a different number, okay? Total, if you just want the taxes paid, right? Then this would be new taxes only. Watch what the only difference between this formula and that formula is what? Is that 0, okay? Is the only change between this one and this one. Because here, all you want is taxes. You don't want the actual price of the car, just the taxes. And I'm looking at my original here. I think I will do this here. Instead of total cost, I think it's because, just to make it very clear, let's scratch the total cost, and I will just call this purchase price. Purchase price. I think you can still get away with total cost, but I think it's better to call that purchase price. The purchase price of a new vehicle would be found by doing this. Okay? And if you just wanted the taxes paid, all you change from here to here is the 0.12. And I want to add something at the bottom here. You ready? Total cost, including trade-in. If the question ever asks you, what would be the total cost including the trade, right? You would essentially take what you got for the new, for this one here, and you would add the trade to it, okay? So if I ever ask you, how much did you pay including the trade you gave? Because technically it's your money, it's just in the car, right? You would take the new, so whatever you got here, and just add the trade back to it. And that's how much you would have paid altogether, including that trade that you just gave. Okay. We're gonna do an example right away, guys. so you can wrap your head around this. So let's go to the next page here, buying a new vehicle. Okay, so let's read this. Highlighter's ready. Okay, Brianna lives in Swan River. She plans to buy a new car. That's for me a key word because later on it's going to be used as well. So new car is a key word, very important. And the base price is $18,455. She made a list of the extra charges, right? There's extra charges she has to pay. The dealership has offered to take her old vehicle as a trade-in. So first of all, there are extra charges and there will be a trade-in in this situation. Okay. So I'm not going to do this every time, but I will write it down for you so you can follow. Sticker, you always want to figure out what the sticker price is. So that would be base plus options plus AC tax plus tire tax plus freight and PDI. So I'm just gonna basically just add all of the extras that are being added to this to get the sticker price. This is the formula that will get you there because they want the sticker price. I will focus on the options here. So watch what I do. I usually take the options and I do a separate calculation here. And so the option would be from extended warranty all the way to entertainment, right? These three components here would be considered options in this case. So getting an extended warranty would be an option. Security package, option. Entertainment package, option. If you want a remote starter, if you want anything extra, paint protection, rust protection, any of that would all be considered options. So let's just add that up. So 1489 plus 1250 plus 750, right? That would get you a total of 3,489. Just follow me for this one. Okay. So I've now taken care of the options. Now I'm ready to actually figure out the sticker price. So sticker would be the base, which I was told is 18,455 plus the options, which is 3,489 plus the AC air tax is 100. The tire tax is 20. Now I want to pick your brains a little bit. So the air tax is 100. Why is tire tax 20 bucks? 4 tires times $4, shouldn't that be 16? A spare tire, okay. Because even I had to scratch my head on that one, right? Because I built a new car on the website. I'm like, $20 for it, isn't it 4? The spare tire, that's why there's technically 5 tires you're paying for. There you go. We solved that riddle, eh? And then freight and PDI is 400, which is super cheap, by the way. Depends on the car. Depends on where the manufacturer is. If you get an imported car, like right, Toyota, Nissan, any like when they're coming from overseas, it's a lot more. Okay. So here we go. Let's add it all up. Right? You get 22,464, and there are no decimals. So I'm just going to go ahead and go 00. This is my sticker price right there. So I'm going to grab this other highlighter I have here, and I'm just going to say that, hey, the options I figured out here, right? And they came in there. Right? So I kind of encourage you to do the options separately because usually it's a bit of a list. Okay, and then everything else is kind of self-explanatory, right? We just plug in, plug in, plug in, plug in. You get that, okay? Next. So we got the sticker price out of the way. What is the total purchase price after tax? The total purchase price after tax, right? That's very important there. So I want to use this formula. New is sticker minus trade times 1.12. So I put that in brackets for a reason because that needs to happen first. Okay, so I go 22,464 minus the trade-in is right here. Right? This trade-in will come in here. And I will highlight that after I write this down. 6125 times 1.12. So we take our car, the sticker price, we take away the trade-in, that is 16,339, right? Times 1.12. Can I just say something? This, you need to understand the formulas. I don't want you to just follow them blindly. This right here, when you subtract it, this would be the cost of the car before taxes, right? That is what that is. As soon as you multiply it by 1.12, it becomes after tax, right? You've added the taxes. So here we go. If you take that, 16,339 times 1.12, there we go. You get 18,299.68. And there's your answer. That's how much you would have to pay cash or credit, debit, whatever, check. That's how much you would owe them because they took away the trade-in, right? So this is from your pocket, what remains. That is the purchase price. What if they asked for taxes only? Tax, right? New tax, right? If you just want tax, I'm gonna kind of go just up, right? Remember, when we did this, we went times 1.12, but instead I'm just gonna go times 0.12. And so 16,000 that would be 1,960.68 taxes only. This is to me the shortest way. I know some of you in this room, you will find it a different way. You can subtract numbers to figure that out. I'll leave it up to you. You can do it either way. Okay, I'll tell you exactly. You can technically just subtract this number, and like if you subtract these two, you would get that exact same answer. Okay, because that's before and after taxes, subtract them, and then you're good to go. Let me add a D here. Remember, this is just a guide, and so I add stuff to the notes, right? Total cost, including trade-in. Like, what would be the total cost to you as a customer after you having given them your trade-in? Okay, total would be the price of new plus the trade. So basically, watch this, folks. I'm going to take this number right here. That is the new, right? That is 18,299.68. That's how much you would have had to pay out of your own pocket. Plus, you gave them your trade-in. You gave them your vehicle, your old vehicle. That is still considered, that's coming from your pocket to some degree, right? So you just add those two up. So that's 24, 424, 68. And that's if you have highlighters, right? I'll just do this number right here came in here, and this number right here came in there. Okay, so basically just added the trade in to the new purchase price there. Okay. So I'm gonna stop here. Okay. I'm just gonna give you one question. I'm gonna give you one question to try for tomorrow because I want to get another go at it. Okay. And so here it is. Just go to page 3. Okay. And I will say just this is homework for you, and I will go over it tomorrow. Okay. That's it for today, guys. I took my time, right? I will not give you the answers. I know some of you will find it frustrating, but that's because I'm going over it tomorrow. Okay. So I kind of just want to see where are you at. So no AC tomorrow. Okay. You don't have to worry about AC tomorrow, but still be prepared for more of this. Okay. Thank you, guys.